This video is intended to help you understand how to use the load analyzer in the HVAC proposal program. I'm going to click on My Info first in the admin area. I'm going to scroll down a little bit to view load calc defaults. Now, the load calc defaults are not complete yet. There's two versions of this program coming out. One is out now. There's a little more of a manual version, but then in August we're going to have a little bit more of an automated version. But here you'll enter in your multipliers. Obviously, southern climates are going to have more of 30-degree difference, whereas northern climates will have more of an 80. All right, so let's go back up to the proposal tab and click on that. And then I'm going to click on Load Analyzer. And you're going to see basically you can add a customer or use an existing one. And adding a customer, you just get the vital information, first name, last name, address. Now in August, the way this program will work, when you enter the address, it will actually reach out to get the tax records to determine the appropriate size of the house. So let's select the customer just from the existing list we already have, and let's click in Get Started or Next. So Get Started, and that's going to bring us to a step 2, and you just want to verify your outside inside dry bulb and for your winter and summer, your daily range. Okay, so now get down here. This is the modifiable information for the home. So enter the number of bedrooms, the number of appliances. So it's 2 persons per bedroom times 300 BTUs to determine your latent gain. So you'll see as you change the latent, it'll change it over here, the latent gain based on the home. Okay. Same thing with appliances. We're figuring 1,200 BTUs per appliance. So as you add, more appliances, you can increase the latent gain. The square feet of the home is the total square footage of the home. This is a block load, so if it's the downstairs, you're going to want to calculate the downstairs block load, and then the upstairs block load, do them separately. Age of the home, and then the linear length around the home. That's the perimeter of the home itself. So whatever the footprint is, we're going to calculate the wall area times the number of feet for the height of the ceilings, and that will give us our gross wall area. Our duct loss and gain, an older home is going to have 25%, duct loss, where maybe a newer home may only have 15. All right, and then 0.5 is the air changes per hour, and then R&C obviously will be 0.3. And then we're going to click Next. Now, this is the cooling requirements glass. So if you have single glass or double glass, and I've already pre-entered here some window openings. So you'll see here, this might be a little bit of windows, maybe too much, but you can reduce that. You want to make sure that you just get whatever the windows are for the home and enter them here. Now the way this works is this is double glass, so they are clear. So I'm going to put a 1 here, and it's going to calculate over here. If it were tinted and I put a 1 here, it will calculate here. Now this is the now version, but then the August version will have just some questions it asks before you just walk through this. So we're going to scroll to the bottom, and we're going to see that our total glass in the house is 198. I'm going to scroll up, and I'm going to go to my heating requirements glass. So now I'm going to need to enter 198 in whatever type of glass I have. So let's say it's movable windows. They go up and down, and they're metal frame double glass. So I'm going to enter 198 here. That's going to give me my heating. Now let's also say that we have a glass door in the house, and it's metal frame double glass, and let's call it 21 feet. That'll give me some heating BTUs based on that. So once I'm done with that, I scroll to the bottom and I click Next. Alright, and we'll scroll back up to the top, and you're going to see my gross wall area was my total linear feet around the house, perimeter, times my height of my ceilings, gives me my gross wall area. My net wall area is my walls minus doors and windows. So if I go back over to the other 2 pages, that's the subtraction there. So I got to fit 1402 into my walls. Now, first thing I need to do is determine, do I have any doors? So let's say I have a solid wood weather strip door on the front and one on the side that's 21 square feet. Let's put 42. And then I have this net partition would be if you had like a garage wall that's not to the outside. So now you see my net wall area actually has reduced to 1360 because I added the 42 square feet. Now I'm going to take that 1360, I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to determine, am I concrete block or am I frame? So let's say it's frame, and I'm going to need to put 1360 there, so I type in 1360. That calculates my total BTUs cooling and heating on my walls. So now I know that my square feet of my house is 2,200 square feet, so my ceilings under my attic is 2,200. Let's say that I've got R30 insulation. I'm going to type in 2,200 there, and it will calculate the heating and cooling BTUs. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to determine my roof. When I scroll back up to the top, you'll notice it says 20 medium, which is 1. I'm going to scroll to the bottom, and I'm going to select it's a light roof, and that's going to give me my BTUs for my roof. The only other thing I got to do is select my floors, and so I'm going to say I have a perimeter of 200 feet around the house, so there's no edge insulation, and that's my heating on my floors. So I come down to the next, click next, and it's telling me I need a 2.5 to a 3.2 ton system. So these are all of the measurements that I have in the system for producing that load calculation, your summary calculations. Now I'm going to click export heating and cooling capacity to the wizard, which is going to bring me to this step here. I'm going to type in test 7-28-2. I'm going to type in my brand. I'm going to type in my application, and I'm going to click get started. If I had a maximum height, width, depth on my indoor or outdoor unit, I could enter it here. You'll notice though that my minimum cooling and heating capacities came in from the load analyzer. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say I want 1 unit of labor, and I'm going to click next step. So it's going to give me every option. So let's go Infinity Series inverter, and here are my defaults from the AHRI search defaults area. I'm going to click Infinity 2-stage. I'm going to click Performance single stage and Comfort single stage, and I'm going to click next step. And when I do, it's going to give me all the possible options for that lineup of equipment. So quality level 1, there's my search criteria, SEER rating, EER, HSPF. I'm going to click 25 VNA and FE4. I can even come in here now and type in SYS and get my Wi-Fi controller. I'm going to come down to my next level. There are my available indoor units and outdoor unit. Let's type in a controller here again. Next. Now I have a 3-ton option. Here's a situation where on that particular product, 2.5 would not have worked because it wouldn't within the cooling range of minimum 30,540. So a dealer may have put in a 2.5 ton system, but based on AHRI, that system wouldn't have actually even worked. And then let's go here. 25HCD 336 with an FB4 FX443, and it gives me all of my AHRI numbers. Now I just simply click next step, and here's where I can add, let's add a 5 kW heater or a heat pump materials kit. Maybe I need a line set for the whole thing. Let's do a 7/8 line set. Maybe I need a 7/8 on these two, but a 3/4 on these two. Alright, and then if I like this particular proposal, I actually can create a template for it just by simply labeling it whatever it is I want to call it. I click edit proposal. I'm going to select my sales rep and scroll to the bottom. There are all of my AHRI numbers. I'm going to click save. And then I always can print from here, and it escapes the calculations when you print from here. And now I have all of my information for basically best, better, good budget, all the way down through to the AHRI numbers are even on the page. All of my line set for my 3/8 by 3/4. Here's my 7/8 up here. All the information I need. I even have linked brochures to the program so that we can see, you know, the actual brochures themselves. All right, so this is going to conclude the load analyzer and wizard functionality.